My name is Ethan Jack, and this is a fire suppression system that I made for my final project for my mechatronics class. Inspired by my thermodynamics class, I decided to create a system made out of plywood. This system, designed to model any space, has a flame which will cause the system to heat up. As far as my sensors, I have a thermistor in which the resistance will decrease as the temperature increases. And I have two actuators, a fan which will blow out the candle, and a window tied to a servo motor which will open. And I have a window tied to a servo motor which will open the window and cool down the space. In my Arduino code, I have this very important fire code. This code is determined by the user based on how much heat he deemed too critical for the space. I set up the pins, and then my void loop, and then in my loop function, I take the analog read of the temperature pin, which is set up by a voltage divider, as you can see here. Next, I have two if statements. The first if statement is if the temperature status code is below the fire code, is less than the fire code. This will cause the fan pin to go hot. This will cause the fan pin to go high, which will turn it on, and it will also use PWM to turn on the motor, which will open the window. My second if statement just has the fan on low for when the system is safe. In my processing code, I set up a graph which will monitor the voltage of the thermistor. And again, I have two if statements, which will display the status of the system based on the voltage, as I will show later. And you can see in the processing code, it is monitoring the system status, whether it's safe or the fire is too critical. And as you can see, as the red line is the critical line for the voltage, and as it gets hot in the space, the resistor will decrease, and it monitors it there. And if you cool down the space, it'll go back up. And the system is safe again.